Do you think there should be more than 2 genders in America?
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are 2 genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about. So
Harry Sisson, the TikTok personality who's been propped up artificially, made an appearance on Piers Morgan's show, and let's just say it was a complete disaster. He ended up embarrassing himself big time.
Won't be able
Harry,
to
how many genders are there?
How many genders are there, Harry?
How many genders are there?
What's the legal? I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least 2. At least 2. That satisfies.
Well, how
the
many
little
more
brains you
are
guys
there than
got going
male,
up in there.
female?
That's a TikTok answer.
No, there's at least 2.
Yeah.
There's at least 2.
What are the other ones?
There's at least 2.
What are the other ones?
Harry, let's try it this way. You're a female. What is the other gender?
It's so funny. It's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all interrupt and there's no problem.
Question.
You've just been asked a very simple question, Harry.
Conversation with Piers, not you, Mr. Como. Relax for me.
Harry,
Take a
you
breather.
simply
Thank
got
you so
asked
much.
if there are at least 2 genders, how many more
Wait,
are
Piers,
there than male and female? No,
I'm
I'm
trying to answer your
asking
question.
you.
They're screaming their faces off.
I'm
Your issues
asking
that don't
you.
fucking matter.
I'm
Harry,
asking
nobody.
you.
Oh God, this
And
child.
Piers, I've
I'm
given
asking you, Harry,
Piers,
how many genders
and I'm
are
answering
there?
your question.
Harry,
Piers, I've answered your question.
Harry, how
There
many
are
genders
at
are
least
there?
2. There are at least 2.
I've got
More
this.
or less than 100.
Can I answer the question?
Yes,
for
Cornell,
Brother Harry?
answer the question.
4?
Can I answer the question
Yes.
for Brother Harry? Because
7?
Brother Harry trying
Yes,
to hold
help
on.
him out, Cornell.
That according to Shakespeare, all of us are androgynous. There are men and there are women. There are different sides of human beings, all made in the image of a God that has a dignity and a sanctity. And if you're going to try to start demonizing precious trans folk, then I'm going to be fighting.
One.
Donald Trump says specifically, Harry, there are 2 genders, male and female, that's it. You think there are at least 2, which normally means there are more than 2. So what are the others?
Interpret as you will, but I think that executive order is stupid.
Tell me, what are the others?
I've given you my answer.
What are the others?
Baby.
You can interpret that as you
Harry,
will.
what are the other
You guys can run
genders?
wild with interpretations here.
Harry,
I'm telling you my answer is at least 2. That's
This
what I'm
is why I
asking.
hate TikTok babies.
Wait, Harry, when you say there are at least 2
Be
genders...
quiet. Ted Cruz's buddy over here with the comb over needs to be quiet.
It's Piers talking to you.
I know there's
simply want to
2
know,
genders.
Harry, what you mean by at least 2 genders.
I'm saying at least 2.
What does that mean?
At least there are. What do you? What's the? I'm not sure what you're confused
Does
about.
that mean there are more than 2, or there are 2?
There's at a minimum 2.
This is exactly why the Democrats,
This is it.
on
Yes.
these issues, got
Yes.
themselves
You guys
into
are such
so much
losers.
difficulty
You guys are such
because they
losers.
literally
We
cannot
literally
explain
just
what
wanted
they're
to
talking
let-
about.
For someone who spends all day posting on TikTok, Harry Sisson is surprisingly awful at holding his own on camera. His comebacks are weak, and it's obvious he can't even back up his own beliefs. If you're too scared to answer a simple question like, how many genders are there, then everything else you say falls apart. Just say what you actually think. But no, he's stuck trying to please his far-left followers while avoiding a response that would leave him completely wrecked in a debate. It's hard to take someone seriously when they can't even stand by their own opinions. Here's a tip. Maybe stop trying to play politics when you've got no real experience or perspective. If I were Harry, I'd put down the TikTok for a minute, hit the gym, and study someone like Scott Jennings to figure out how to handle a tough debate without completely embarrassing myself. That performance was a disaster, but honestly, I'd watch the meltdown again.